Hey YouTube, it's Kidneydog. I have a face this time, so you guys can actually watch me be disappointed as I open things that maybe are or aren't good. So we're gonna open some cases. There's been some things that have been rewarded to me since Christmas. Apparently, they gave treasure chests and stuff like that, and like I can't think of the name of it, the Delibird card as well. I haven't played much recently. Megawrite got very upset at several bugs that really pissed her off, and so she hadn't been playing much. And so I'd kind of stopped as well. Uh, but I did have quite a bank built up, so I'll do at least one more case opening, and then maybe visit the game from time to time from there. So without further ado, let's do a big post-Christmas, early New Year's case opening and see what I have. I bought a couple different things, not just the Furious Fists, because I've kind of gotten tired of trying to get those Dedenes, and they're not really going to be useful. So the pains, or not pain split, but whatever the second attack is on Mewtwo EX from the new breakthrough cases, breakthrough packs. That ability to push damage makes the Dedenne not good enough. It worked on it would work on the Yveltal EX and the Lugia EX because it has a type advantage, and they can't just make their damage go away by giving it to someone else. So yeah, the Mewtwo EX needs some other kind of method for taking it out, and I'm not sure what that's going to be other than another Mewtwo EX or maybe a Raichu or some kind of Magnezone trick where I throw down a whole bunch of energy all at once on a Raikou or something. So without further ado, I'm not wasting any more of your time. Let's open some stuff. These usually don't have much in them. Cool. Max Revive from discard pile on top of your deck. That can be nice. Open another. And more tokens? More tokens. Cool, I can actually go get one. What did I get? Oh, the drum rolls pack. I poked it. Ooh. Okay, so Jolteon makes some electric, Flareon makes some fire, and Vaporeon makes some water. That's pretty neat. That can be pretty useful. And the Thunder Blast isn't bad. That'll actually work really well. Ancient Origins, maybe? That'll actually work really well. It's what I'm kind of trying to get those electric types because they can power up pretty quick. Amara, not too bad. Another one. Draft Ring. Oh yeah, Psybite. Yeah, it's okay. Maybe if you need a filler or something. Muscle Band, sweet. I think I only had 2 of those. More is nice. More is really nice. Tool Retriever. I'm not getting much tokens. This look like they're always 5. Although I'm not doing any work on them. In the card. Come on. It's a Jellicent. Meh. So there's a rare occasion where putting 3 energy on an opponent is useful. Just not really. Maybe if you combo that with a if you have a Dark Pokemon on your bench, search for a card that evolves from this Pokemon, put it onto this Pokemon. Okay, so it's a free evolution. Oh, if you use the attack, so it's not a free evolution, it's a waste of a turn. I can see the Jellicent Dedenne being a good combo, but you're kind of throwing one of them away, because you're going to take damage no matter what there. The Electric Shock can be nice. Mewtwo can't do much about that. There's actually, I didn't think of it, the Cacturne can actually be a really good shutdown for a lot of the Mewtwo's right now. There's a Dark Cacturne, costs 1 Dark Energy, only does 30 damage, but takes an energy off of your opponent. Hits is 20 more, and your opponent's not confused. It's okay. It's a weird thing to throw into a fighting deck. Ooh, yes. Pokemon has no weakness. Joy. Overwhelming joy. I mean, I like the special energies. They're pretty sweet. That one's just kind of useless. Has full HP. Attack that. Any damage done to this Pokemon by an opponent's attack is reduced by 50. So only once is that can be useful, unless you heal it or something. During next turn, Pokemon's Overdrive Smash does 40 more. Okay, so you can do 60 and then 100 and then 100 and then 100. Meh. Not affected by weakness and resistance, though. Ooh, I can flip over another one. I can actually go buy, like, one more thing. Oh, it's the Metagross. I hate fighting these things. So you can put up to two tool cards on it, which is usually Muscle Band, and then you put down a double colorless for Machine Gun Stomp, 20 plus 10 more for each card in your hand. You're thinking, oh, well, you know, you gotta get a double colorless. You run a heck of a lot of draw cards with this thing. Good ways to kind of try and mitigate it is to have like the judge card, limit your opponent's hand to just 5. But I mean that's still going to be 70 damage there, plus 20 more, so it's 90 damage. You have to keep your opponent at practically 0 cards. It can actually almost be easier to just try and now if your opponent's running Matangs, they're probably running Metagross, and your best bet is to just destroy every Matang as soon as it shows up. Otherwise, you're in a bad place. How many more of these do I have? Stop sitting funny. Right on. Horn Drill for 50. 2 coins, both are heads. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck for each damage counter on his Pokemon. Woohoo. Oh, if both are heads. Nope. Never mind. But I think that's better than what I had. So let's go ahead and do these Ancient Origins. Tear them open. Oh yeah, the drum roll. I was going to try and remove that, but I forgot. So nothing terrible. I mean, Inkay and Sableye are nice if you're running a mill deck or something, because they can be very useful. Go Lurk. Discard the top card of your deck. If it's fighting, put it on this energy. Does 90 times the number of heads. Nah. I mean, that could be really nice. I mean, doing 180 damage can pretty much, I think it can destroy Mewtwo EX. But like I was saying, the Sableye Inkay is really nice. Being able to use a supporter card from your opponent's deck can be useful for setting things up if you're having trouble. Rewind, you can always use that. That would kind of work against a Matang deck. They just never get to be a Metagross. Except sooner or later they'll probably either use a rare candy or an N, and they'll just skip up to it. Ooh, I got new things. I got the other Metagross. Once in your turn, you may switch active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, your opponent switches his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her bench Pokemon. So this can be really useful, especially with the Float Stones being back. You put a Float Stone on someone, switch them forward to force your opponent to switch their Pokemon, and then you just Float Stone it back to whatever it was you wanted. Sceptile Spirit Link's nice. Parental effects of opponent's Pokemon abilities. Top 3 cards of either player's deck and put them back in either order. Can be used. I'm not going to get more. So let's save those. Those are full card decks. Let's see. I've only got one of these, so let's open that up. I never really saw much in the Roaring Skies that terribly interested me. I know that's where I think that's where the Lugia is. So it's silly of me to say that. I don't care for the Meowths. I really don't. Just never have. Ooh, I have not. Yep, have not seen this before. Play from your hand to your bench. Move 3 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another of his or her Pokemon. Okay. So I guess if it's only moving 3 damage counters, like you can't make 3 damage counters. How did I not have this? Put a basic Pokemon from your discount onto your bench. It's really nice if you're running EX Pokemon, obviously. EX are basics, so you can use that on them. I've only got one of this. So we'll open this one next. I haven't seen anything like too overwhelmingly amazing that I'm thrilled about. Ooh, okay, maybe. 30 damage for each heads. And if sometimes his Pokemon is increased by 40. So, kind of nice, but very risky. You really need to take people out with it. I'll look through them real quick. 20 times the number of heads. That could be nice. Not really. And you. Reduced by 60, but you only do 10. And 40. So, nope. Still not impressed by anything I've opened. Big surprise. Let's do Primal Clash. I don't even remember what's in some of these that I was looking for. It just kind of spread about. I don't recognize... I like the Rhyperior. I think the Rock Shower could be really nice. Problem is getting there, because you have to go Rhyhorn right on Rhyperior. But 3 energy, up to 60 damage to everything your opponent has, can really add up. Move Pokemon Tool to one of either player's Pokemon, to another of that player's Pokemon. There's no Pokemon to move the tool card to. This attack does nothing. So it lets you shuffle tool cards within a player. So if they have something, I can move it to someone else on their side. Yay, Barboach! I actually like the Wish Cache. Ooh, I haven't seen this. When healed, the amount healed is doubled. Sweet, but you're not water type, because that would have rocked. Which you can get away with. If you run a Vaporeon, then you can pretty much throw anything into a Roaring Seas deck. Or if you run a Jolteon, you can run anything into a Roaring Seas deck, and you can use the Roaring Seas to heal it. So I could put a Jolteon or something, or a Vaporeon into this, but I don't have the Fairy, and I've never seen a minus before. 30, up to 60, 100 damage, minus 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So you do 100, and then it goes down over time as you take damage. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen a minus on any Pokemon attack before. It's kind of cool. There's the Vercandy I was talking about. Ooh, yay. Move as many energy attached to your Pokemon any way you like. Not really. Choose one basic Pokemon to play if you have a stage 2, so you can skip your stage 1. So that's actually really nice. The Vercandy might be one of the better things I've opened so far. As some of you scream in pain. Woohoo! And there we go. Got an EX finally. Put a person to sleep. Or do 140 and 2 energy. Go back to my hand. Right, 2 water energy, not just 2 colorless. So you can't just like put a double colorless back in your hand and play it next turn. It's pretty nice. I don't know if I'd work that into a deck. Tentacruel. Now confused and poisoned. I like the double status. Heal 30 from this Pokemon. Defender can't retreat. So you could like poison and confuse them, and if they don't immediately run away, then you just start using Stick and Absorb. Really, the new Aromatisse is kind of better in terms of status effects. Hey, sweet, Nidoran. And another Dive Ball, I like the Dive Balls. And there we go. So now I have a Kyogre EX and a Primal Kyogre EX, and one of those earlier things had a Spirit Link in it, and I never thought that would matter. So we get Alpha Growth. When you attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, you may attach 2 energy cards. So I put 1 on it, and then I can put 2 on it instead of 1. I don't have to worry about the Primal Reversion, because I have the Spirit Link, if I can get that in my hand. And I can do 150 damage and move 2 energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon EX. I'm trying to think of a way to get around moving the energy, because that's kind of annoying. I mean, if you run Energy Switch, there's got to be some kind of water type that lets you do that. Move energy around. I'm trying to think of who it might be, but I can't think at the moment. Oops, I clicked Get More, didn't I? Nope, let's go back to the collection. I'm sorry about that. Not on purpose. Packs. So those are pretty sweet at the end. So let's try Flash Fire. I'm kind of hoping for Pyroars here, since they have the wonderful ability to block stuff. Hey, he's Scrafty. I want to look at this real quick. 20 damage times the number of heads. So 20 to 40. Discard Pokemon Tool cards. I didn't have one of those. That's nice. Once during your turn, you may return this Pokemon and all cards attached to it to your hand. Cool. So those can be a lot of fun if you use the I can't put a Fighting Energy on it, but you can put a Muscle Band on it. And to sit down bounce. Okay, so like pretty much if you can't attack the next round, then you just flip it back to your hand to keep it away from safety or damage. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen one of those before. There's another Pinnacle. Protection Cube. Those are useful if you're running like the Rhydon and stuff that hurt themselves. What I get? Barbicle. Discard fighting 30 times the number of discarded cards. Yeah, that's pretty much never going to be worth it. Yes, I got another Litleo. I think I had 2 Pyroars and 1 Litleo, maybe? And I have a Luxray. But I don't think I have a Luxio. I have the Shinx and the Luxray now. Great. So you can use a Protection Cube with that, and its Wild Charge. So that's like 120 is pretty nice. I mean, that's the end of a thing. Adaptive Evolution, that's cool. That gets me closer to the, crud, I did it again. I'm sorry. Really not on purpose. Just keep clicking through, I'm not really keeping count. Things you have to do when you're actually playing. Keep count. Okay, the Denes. I think that's the only useful thing from this deck, despite it having like Lucario EX and stuff. Is it a Dene? Nah, it's Golurk. 120 damage. It's not bad. 3 energy. And I feel like there's gonna be some trick using minions. Oop, and Mountain Rain. So that can be kind of nice. Open another. Not go to store. What do we got this time? Now I got Plusle in the Battle Reporter. Aurorus, sweet. So I actually like running Aurorus. Running Aurorus Vaporeon was something I thought about doing at one point, because Vaporeon makes everything a water type, and the Aurorus reduces damage by 20. Plus, if you throw in a Roaring Seas for that deck, so now you're blocking 20 damage, healing 30 damage on everything on your bench. And Aurorus actually isn't all that weak itself, but I would have a lot of fossil researchers in the card game online. I have like 6 in real life, which does me no good. Pangoro. I like the Eevee though, the energy Eevee there. That's one of my favorite ones. Sparkling Robe's cool. Thick Fat. Hariyama. Rocket Slap. Block fire and water by 30. Can be useful. Problem is that the EX Pokemon hit so hard, you really need a thing against them. There is a... No, it's a Wigglytuff. Hypno. Nah. Not too impressed by these openings yet. Well, not any of the recent ones. Electabuzz I thought was useless until I ran across Electivire. Probably still saying that wrong. So once you're in your turn, you may discard any stadium card in play. Put a stadium card with a different name from your discard pile into play. Okay, so if you run like a bunch of different... Yeah, so if you run like a bunch of different things, you could like kind of shuffle them around whenever you feel like it. Like you could, you know, if you're up against an opponent that's on a basic type, or there's ways to not going to get more. So we'll start with these little packs, and then we'll do the big packs. So I didn't get a Dedenne. I've only ever gotten one of those Dedennes, and it is now a part of every deck I have. Pansage. Smeargle. Switch basic energy with a different from my discard. Yeah, maybe. It can be useful. That's the JoJo I was talking about. Oh, no drum roll, please. Please don't. Hi, Smeargle. Smeargle? I don't like this card. I don't run any decks with like multiple energy types that make that useful. Can I pull a non-basic? Nope, basic. It has to be a basic energy. Not that useful. Judge can be useful for things that 4 cards. It's still gonna be a lot though, because of that crazy Matang. But it's the useful thing. Oh, so this reminded me, and I'm going to talk some more instead of opening more packs like I said I would. I ran into a really cool deck that used Golding and Sea King, and they used the Rainbow Energy, which counts as anything. So you put down your Goldings. I think they also had an Octillery to manage their hand, and they might have had one other thing. I can't remember what it was at the moment. But they used the Rainbow Energy to do 10 damage to Sea King, and it counts as any color type. So now you have perfect opportunity to run the Soaking Horn, which does 90 damage. So that was like a super awesome quick setup that I thought was really cool. And the guy had his deck hidden, so I wound up just like writing down what he was doing to try and remember it since he didn't want me to see. Xerneas, it's always nice. They really wanted people to run like a deck full of a whole bunch of different colors. If you run like the 3 Pan Sages plus Xerneas, and maybe Smeargle then, in that case, this can kind of be useful. The Rainbow Force though, like 30 for each different type of Pokemon on your bench, so really you need like 4 different type of Pokemon in your deck, which that's 2 Pokemon fan clubs. But at 3 cost and requiring a whole bunch of Pokemon on the bench lineup, things like that, it's really not a realistic strategy. There's better ones, slimmer ones. My legs hurt, so I'm moving a little bit. Hi, Dedenne, you're not the guy I want. Whoa! Meloetta. Catch 2 Fighting Energy cards, discard pile to this Pokemon, then switch with one of your benched. So that's a really good way to, I mean, you put down 1 Fighting Energy on it, use Accelerating Spin, picks you up 2 more Fighting Energy on it, and puts it back onto the bench. Of course, you could just use a Landorus and the Power-Up Punch to do something to that effect. Or if you put a Psychic Energy on it and use that to get 2 Fighting Energy, then your Prima Rondo will do 110 damage, but 90 hit points makes it kind of weak and fragile. Oh, crud. I did it. I did that myself. You know what? No, we'll go back to the collection. I'm still debating if I want to buy 1 more pack. I think that's all I could buy. 90. So we're down to the last 4. Let's see what they got. These are the big ones. They should have something nice in them. Well, they're guaranteed to have something nice in them. Sometimes 2 things that are nice. Cool. I don't know if I had an in-between stage. And another Mewtwo EX. Not the one I wanted. I have Axio. I don't know if I have Fracture. I think a Hexorus could be really cool. Since you can go from doing 60 to 160 damage for 1 energy. I mean, even 60 for 1 energy with 160 hit points is pretty nice. And discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Not the greatest thing in the world. What I'm disappointed about was the Mewtwo EX, because between doing 30 and blocking 30, or doing 30 per energy I've put on the thing, I would rather have the other Mewtwo. We got another Judge, and I really can't complain too much. I mean, it's still an EX card, it's pretty cool. Behem, alright, and a Floatstone. So, screw Abomasnow, I don't really care. I'm psyched about the Floatstone, the ability to retreat for no cost. I'm excited about the Behem, the Mind Bullet in particular, because you can't hide on the bench and try and power up a Yveltal or something. I can attack it anyways and do 20 per thing. Behem's also kind of what I'm thinking might work really well against the Mewtwo EX that show up everywhere. And Abomasnow. Does that apply? Don't apply weakness and resistance. So they're only sort of a solution. If it's a dragon type, that never happens. And Frost Breath, which costs a lot, does only mediocre damage, and he has okay health. Really not competitive against an EX. Yes! Do I have Magneton? I don't know if I have Magneton. So, it's really cool to see a Go-Goat. The Go-Goat have been really, really sweet. I made a little grass deck involving Go-Goat that's actually turned out to be really, really good. I hadn't expected it. I was just trying to get the, do so much damage with grass types. And the Magnezone I'm psyched about, because if you can get a lot of electric energy in your hand, you can play it all down at once. Which means that various electric type Pokemon, like say a Raikou, can just absolutely rip apart an opponent instantly. They can go from 0 to full throttle in 1 turn. Please? Typhlosion. Cool, cool. What is a Glalie Spirit Link? I don't know if I have a Glalie EX. 10 more damage. If this Pokemon has 10 or more damage counters on it, does 150 more damage. Ooh, that would counter a Mewtwo. Yeah, hit him for 100, or let them hit you for 100, or something close to it, and then you just pop them for 250. The alternative being to run a fire deck with like Pyro in it and Typhlosion, and you do 80 damage with Massive Eruption, and I think there's, let's see, nope, that's a Clairvoyance attack of not Fennekin, but not Combuskin. The next evolution I can't remember the name of at the moment. I can't get, yeah. Let's get one more. One more. Oh, and while I'm here, I want to point something out. A lot of people run neat little decks with Ariados and stuff. If you're looking for an easy way to get those Ariados, you can pick up 2 Ariados and 3 Spinarak just from the Stoneheart theme deck. The Regirock's also not too bad. It does extra damage against an EX Pokemon. I believe this is the Virizion that has the Judgment or whatever. Not Judgment. Might be Judgment. Card count or something. Where if your opponent has more prize cards, less prize cards than you do extra damage. For really low energy, that Virizion's really cool. So, you know, if you're trying to pick up those, these are actually a good deck to get. Because the Ariados combo where you poison your opponent and with a Sceptile is pretty nice. And the Iron Tides, you can pick up your Matangs and your Beldums there. The thing that, yeah, so the thing that I like from that deck, which you only get one of, unfortunately, is the Regice, who with his Resistance Blizzard blocks damage from an EX Pokemon. So that can be nice. But again, it's kind of situation. Let's pick up one more of these. Yep, just one. Yeah, confirm. You'll notice I have a lot of tickets. For whatever reason, the game thinks it's hilarious to give me tickets as every single prize ever. I don't like tickets. I realize that they're better than just like versus mode because you are guaranteed a better prize. I don't like them. I'd rather get the tokens because it takes so much time to go through a tournament. LGM, cool. Go-Goat, sweet. Haxorus, the thing that no, I was thinking of the Fracture. Okay. Wait, what was that? Was that like a late? I don't know what that was. I mentioned it real quick. I'm gonna go not look at it. Deck manager. I want to show it real quick. I mentioned that grass deck that I kind of made. It's kind of gimmicky. You'll see I have a lot of things just because whenever I get a certain color challenge, I try to take it. I try and compete with it, obviously. View, yeah, we'll do view. Yeah, so this is the reason I was talking about. The one that's got the bailout can get 2 things from your discard pile back into your hand. So if you've lost, say, the 1 or 2 EX Pokemon you need, that's really nice. You can get them back up. Prize count up to 120 damage if you've fallen behind. You throw Muscle Band on there, that's 140. That can really dig you out of a hole. And of course the EV and Leafeon, because it's a really easy evolution to get going. The first attack putting them to sleep, the later attack healing you and doing up to 80 damage potentially. The Skidoo Go-Goats I was talking about, which apparently I did not need more of. I'm at 3 already, now I'll be at 4. I might cycle the Leafeon out in exchange for another Go-Goat. Because the Horn Leech, which is guaranteed heal 90 damage for the same cost as Leafeon, but all you've lost is the ability to put an opponent to sleep and evolve easily. However, now I can do 10 damage and 30 to someone else, so they can't really hide on a bench. Heracross EX, big tough card just because I had it, so I threw him in. And the really surprising breadwinner of this deck is actually the Simisage from the XY decks, and I thought about buying a whole bunch of boosters for those. So the Torment ability, where you can just block an opponent's attack. I'd like to point out that all Mega Evolution Pokemon have 1 attack. So if you use Torment, which costs 1 energy, of any color, on a Mega Evolution Pokemon, they can't do anything. you can shut down a 250 hit point whatever Mega Evolution. Blaziken, Mega Blaziken, Mega Charizard. You just torment it. And now its attack is completely useless. It can't do anything with that Pokemon. And you can just nickel and dime them with 20 damage until you're in range to do a 70 damage to pick them off or something. It gives you tons of time to build up behind it. They're really easy to get out and get going. I've actually really liked this Simisage. And if I had the cards for it, I think I would probably pull out this Simisage and the Virizion, or the Eevee and the Leafeon, and I'd replace it with 2 more Simisages. Just because they really are that useful. It's been really nice. The rest of the deck is just Evo Sodas, Level Balls, Energy, and then some Switch cards, just to get stuff out. Pretty basic stuff. Again, since I'm not running a lot of EXs, the Training Center is nice, get an extra 30 hit points, and Experience Share and Muscle Bands. I happen to have one of these. But yeah, there's probably some strategy in there of using Pansages and Simisages that can be really, really cool and shut down a lot of stuff, because a lot of Pokemon only have one worthwhile attack. I mean, against a Mewtwo, you can torment them and prevent them from hitting you for 30, which forces them to move their damage. 20, 40, 60. Let's you put 20 on them, they push it to you. You put 20 on them, they push it to you, you're both at 20. Then you're at 40. Push. 40. Switch. 60. Switch. 60. Switch. 80. Switch. 80. Switch. With 70 damage, you can do 150. And I think the Mewtwo's got more health than that, but I want to check real quick. Mewtwo. 170. So with one Muscle Band, which will take you from doing 70 damage to 90 damage, then you can take out a Mewtwo EX with a Simisage and 1 energy. Because even if they do the damage change, can I view it bigger? Even if they do the damage change and just keep switching it back and forth between you, eventually with that, keep the focus satch muscle band. Keep the muscle band in your hand until they're sitting at 80, and then you put it down and you use the solar beam to clean them up and give them 1 shot, which is really nice. And then the next guy's probably going to immediately destroy you, but you've traded a single for a double. 1 card for 2 prize cards, Mewtwo EX, obviously. But they're going to build up behind that, probably. And it's kind of a problem. Yeah, that Mewtwo EX is a hard thing to fight against. Anyways, so this was a somewhat successful opening. I got the Magnezone. That was awesome. Did not get a Dedenne. Not so awesome. Got a Mewtwo EX. It's the wrong one. So yeah, I might be opening some more in the future. I might not. I gotta get Megawrite back interested in the game. Like I said, she got nipped in the bud by a number of bugs, and they were like denying her booster packs and things like that. So she kind of quit doing this. So maybe the recent updates fixed some of that. It was also a very large app, so she uninstalled it from her iPad. But we'll see. Hopefully I can come back and do more of this. You can see I'm still really low in level. I haven't completed a lot of my challenges. It takes a lot of time to get these things. So yeah, anyways, sorry for wasting your time. Thanks for watching an opening. Hopefully I've shed some light, maybe said a phrase or mentioned an ability or something that you're like, oh, you know, maybe the Simsages are actually a good idea. You know, maybe I've inspired something. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys around for some point, some reason, somewhere. So, take care. See you later. Bye. Or not bye. Later. I don't like the word bye. Later. I'll see you later. I want you to come back. Don't leave forever, please. Just, yeah.